Family, what's going on with y'all? I just got a quick little video that I wanted to share. So yesterday, I made a video talking about how we should always be prepared and aware of the way the enemy comes to attack us in times when we're feeling, joyous, or just in a time of happiness, when we're feeling at peace and everything like that. I stress how vital and important it is for us to be aware of these attacks, because they're coming. Like, it's inevitable. The enemy is always looking to steal, kill, and destroy our joy, our happiness, our peace. So we have to be aware. We have to be prepared. So I experienced this yesterday, but as I shared, I was prepared, fortunately. So yesterday, I didn't go into work because it was a rainy day and, really wasn't much to do. So I decided I'm going to stay out. I'm going to do some Uber, some Instacart. And, I was having it was a great, wonderful day. It was a rainy day, but it was still a great day. Like, money-wise, work-wise, it was just a great day, because every day is a great day because it's the day that the Lord has made. So I'm going to always rejoice and be glad in the day because I'm alive. I'm up. But yesterday was a wonderful day because, I did great doing these side gigs. So, I had it was like a $56 order that I had picked up. And my car, it's kind of an old car. Like, I do need some new tires, don't get me wrong. And by the grace of God, I have on my driver's side front tire. Like, this tire has been, it has low tire pressure and it loses air probably every other day. Like, I've been procrastinating. That's on me. I've been procrastinating on actually getting a new tire for that, to replace that tire. And by the grace of God, though, like, it just continues to go. Like, I'm going to replace it soon, but it just continues to go. But so yesterday, the $56 order, it was very far. Like, it was 41 miles. Honestly, I don't usually take stuff like that because I don't like taking long miles. But again, I didn't mind the drive. It was a great day. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it, make this money, end off my day. So I go to drop off the order, and it was like in the country. For those of you that don't know, I live in Virginia, and I had to deliver the order to the country, and like, it was deep in the country. But I guess on the drive back, I must have drove and hit a nail or something, because as I was getting back to my father-in-law's house, I heard something leaking. And, my car wasn't driving how it normally drives and everything. And when I stop, I see that it's my tire. Like, my tire's going flat. Well, I hear it first, and I'm thinking that it's the tire that's always been going flat, the driver's side front tire. And I was like, oh man, it finally gave up. It's finally time to go. So I go check the tire, and I see that the tire still has, pretty good amount of air in it. Like, the tire pressure is low, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't seem to necessarily be leaking or anything like that. But I'm still hearing this leak, and I'm like, what is that? So I go to check the back passenger tire. That tire is literally, like, the way it sounded, you would have thought it was like a gas leak. If you don't know what a gas leak sounds like, just search it up. And it sounded like a gas leak. The tire was basically on the rim. Like, that's how flat it was. And all I could do was laugh and smile. All I could do was rejoice in that time. Not necessarily because my tire was flat, but because I knew that it was the enemy trying to steal my joy that I had for the day. I knew it was the enemy trying to, distract me and get me to focus on, like, man, now I have to spend the money that I just made today to go get a new tire. But I didn't give in. I didn't give the enemy a chance to corrupt my mind and to get me to focus on the negative, to get me to focus on what's not there. Like, no, all I did was simply laugh. I thanked God. I prayed. I put on the donut, and I went about my day. I'm gonna get a new tire today, but I just wanted to share this story because it's so crazy how I made the video yesterday sharing with you guys, talking about how we must be aware, we must be prepared for those times when the enemy wants to bring us down. And I had a great day, as I said, made some great money, and then all of a sudden it seems like I had to put that money towards a new tire. But see, what a lot of the times what we'll do is we'll have a great day, something could go great, and then one little bad thing happens, and then we let that bad thing outweigh the positive for the day. Because I could have allowed the flat tire to get me to forget all about the money that I made yesterday, and just the day that I had. Like, I could have said, man, I just made this money, now I gotta go spend this money on a new tire. No, it's by the grace of God that I was even able to make enough money, because who knows, maybe it was God's will for me to go get a new tire. Maybe that's why I had such a great day working yesterday, because he knew that my tire was gonna go flat, and he knew that I needed a new tire. I just don't know. I truly don't know why things happen that way, but they did. But again, I rejoiced. I was glad. I was grateful. I was, thankful for the grace of God, because I know that tire, it was leaking the whole time driving back on the highway. Mind you, as I said, it was 40 miles to get there, so it's 40 miles to get back. So that whole time driving on the highway, I know the tire was leaking. And again, by the grace of God, I didn't crash. I didn't, the tire didn't blow. I didn't spin out on the highway. I didn't get into an accident. And, God was covering me. He was protecting me. And he kept me safe on that ride home. But he was like, when you get here, you're going to change his tire. Now you got the money, you're going to go get a new tire. So I'm like, okay, I have to be obedient, because anything could have happened driving on that highway. And I knew it was leaking as I was driving, because at first I didn't see like anything in the tire. Like, I didn't see a nail or anything, or a piece of glass, whatever it may have been. But I noticed that in one part of the tire that it looked like sliced open, and it was like torn, and I was like, oh, like that's probably why. But then when I ended up taking the tire off, I noticed that it was a little nail in the tire. So I guess the nail, it punctured the tire, and then driving on it at such high speeds, and then for so long, I guess it must have really worn the tire down. But yes, I say all this to say, like, first and foremost, thank you, Jesus, for protecting me on that drive home, and possibly on the drive back, because I truly don't know when I hit when I ran over the nail. But I'm just guessing that it was when I was leaving. But yes, thank you, Jesus, for keeping me. And just a reminder, like, today, don't let the enemy steal your joy. Don't let the enemy steal your joy tomorrow. Don't let the enemy steal your joy every day that you wake up and you have breath in your lungs. Every day that you wake up and you have a roof over your head, you have a car to drive, you have a job where you may not be making a lot of money, but you're making something enough to support you, enough to support your family. Don't let the enemy steal your joy in any of these things, because the enemy is coming. He's searching. He's lurking. He's just waiting for you to feel any type of joy and happiness. He's just waiting to come and steal that from you, to come and take it from you. But we cannot give in. We cannot focus on what's not there. We cannot focus on the lack. We cannot focus on what we feel is missing, because a lot of times, I feel like I'm not where I want to be, or I feel like I don't have things that I truly want, and I get so focused on that. And now I know it's like it's just the enemy telling me, oh, you still don't have this amount of money, you're still not doing this, you're still not doing that, you still don't have this. And it's like, no, I have enough. God is providing everything that I need right now. He knows what I need. Don't get me wrong, I know I have enough faith to believe that I'm going to have way more in the future. I'm gonna have more money, I'm gonna have a newer car, I'm gonna have a nicer home. But I know right now this is my season. I know right now that God is providing me with everything that I need, and he's preparing me for that time, because I may not be ready yet. No matter how ready I think I am, God knows that I'm not ready, even if I think I'm ready, even if people around me think I'm ready. So it's really all on God's time. But that's all I got for y'all today. Don't let the enemy steal your joy. Look at the positive. I know it's hard sometimes to be optimistic. But yes, look at the positive. Look at the bright side in things. But again, be prepared for the attacks. Be prepared for the tactics, the things the enemy tries to use. Be prepared. Be aware. Know when it's coming, and more importantly, know that it's coming. It's great to be optimistic. It's great to be positive in such a negative and dark world. But also know that the enemy is lurking. The enemy is searching for anything to bring you down, to bring your mood down, to get you to feel a certain way, to get you to reject and neglect God, to get you to go away from the ways of God, because he wants you to stoop down to his level, and he wants you to go where he's going, and that is hell. So again, be prepared, be aware, remain faithful, and just find the joy in the darkness. Find the light in the darkness. Even if that light is a little light, just find the light in the darkness. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed and amazing day. And, talk to Jesus today. I'm out.